Watching the Highlight Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
Yeah. It's lights, camera, action over here, boy.
This game 7 for me is really personal this week.
Sit back and watch the show.
As long as we play as a team, we're going to go all the way.
On the road, we just can't stop.
Two really good teams going at it. Best team will win.
On my Usain Bolt, yeah, I'm running these dudes.
Every play counts. Every snap, every tackle, every run is important.
We have to be great. Every second, every minute has to be at our best.
Sit back and watch the show.
Well, for the first time in what feels like forever, no rain. No rain on our Highlight Zone parade tonight. We're down to the crown as sectional championships decided under relatively clear skies. And for Dwenger and Wayne, the sky's the limit. But one team would see their season end this evening. Andy McDonald has more on your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Andy.
Thanks, Glenn. No rain, but there certainly was mud. And I don't know about you, but the game Highlight Zone Game of the Week, feeling 22. In the season opener, Bishop Dwenger, they topped Wayne in the slop 22-zip. But in this sectional final, the Generals trying to end a 22-year drought. Wayne, they hadn't clinched a sectional title since 1996. Dwenger at Wayne, it's your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. The Saints obviously won last year in the sectional title game as they marched on to a 41-20 victory. First half was sloppy, but the Generals get on the board first. Darius Alexander, the big boy that's going to Ball State, gets in the end zone 7-0. In favor of the Generals. The Saints, in fact, didn't get a first down in the entire first half. Craig Young Jr. sacks Brendan Lytle. He says, let's go to halftime. The opening possession of the second half of the Saints. TJ Tippmann behind big old tackle tight end best friend Joe Tippmann. This evens the score at 7-up. The Generals, they come right back the other way in the fourth quarter. Brandon Young to Keyshawn Fields, finds him in the open field. They get in the end zone, and this would be crucial. They missed the extra point. They're up to 13-7 now with about 11 remaining. Saints ball, they get a fourth down, several fourth downs, and they keep the chains moving thanks to the ground game. They waste away 8 minutes with 2 minutes to play. Bishop Dwenger on the move. The play call, Lytle over the defense to Vinny Tippmann for the score. That would even it at 13. They would need to drill the extra point, and Michael Garrett drills the game winner for 14-13. Wayne, they would have one final chance with 2 minutes to play, but Young's pass would be intercepted by Griffin Eifert in the end zone. Dwenger takes the sectional title. Once again, they win in dramatic fashion, 14-13.
I was just thinking, don't mess up, don't mess up. We practiced it so many times, and I was ready to do it, and it was just awesome to execute. Something to have in our back pocket, and we finally got to use it.
What did you think when they called his number in the huddle down there late?
I thought it was a money call. I was like, they're going to bite all day on the 37 blast. I saw Vinny wide open. We did our job. Everyone did our jobs. It was great.
Go back to halftime. You know, I had a lot of things I wanted to say, and Joe Tippmann came up to me and said, Coach, captains want to have some time with the team. I said, it's your team. I walked out of the locker room. I grabbed the coaches, said, we're out of here. They did everything they could, showed the moxie and the grit and the determination that they needed.
And they're moving on to regionals, but who will the Saints face next? Glenn, back to you.
Okay, up in Angola, both Northwood and Angola coming in undefeated. The Hornets beat the Panthers in overtime last year in sectional play. Could they beat them again? Well, first quarter, things going in Angola's favor. Northwood back to punt. And yeah, you saw the bad snap. It would be a safety. Angola up 2-zip. Second quarter, though, now 6-2 Northwood. Angola going for it on 4th and goal. Andy Thomas. The gamble pays off. Chase Schnemp in. Missed PAT, though. Hornets do lead 8-6. Ensuing kickoff. And when you say ensuing kickoff, you know something's going to happen, right? Well, that something is Bronson Yoder. And Yoder would return this one all the way 96 yards. The Panthers lead 12-8 after a failed two-point conversion attempt. They tack on another TD to make it 18-8. Angola responding, though. Jared Gibson to Joel McCurdy, 15-yard strike. That cuts the Northwood lead to 18-15 at the half. Third quarter, Northwood in the lead, 26-15. Antonio Luavanos on the strike. That cuts it to 26-21. Later in the third, Luke Honer, a 5-yard touchdown catch. The Hornets take a 27-26 lead after a conversion fails. Fourth quarter, now less than 3 minutes to go. Northwood driving. This is kind of the game. Angola on fourth down holds. That's Luke Honer with the big play as Angola wins it 27-26. They knock off the #1 team in 4A and win back-to-back sectional crowns.
Can you put into words what it feels like back-to-back sectional titles?
No, I can't. Really, I can't. I mean, being a team like they have so many studs on that team. I mean, I don't know. Got to give props to them. They played hard. Number 9, Bronson Yoder. He's an absolute stud, but there's no feeling like this. There's nothing like this.
I mean, that's super special. We come out here and we work our tails off, so it's just nice to get a win. I mean, yeah, we knew it was going to be a close-scoring game. That football team's super good. It was going to be a dogfight, and we came out on top.
I knew it was going to be back and forth. It was just defense pulled it out great. We got something going. It was just overall great experience. It was nothing like last year was great, and this year was, I think, even better.
So next week for the regional title, it's a rematch of last year's regional championship game, Angola at Dwenger. It's your highlight zone game of the week. I'm told that game will be played at Carroll. It was 34-0 Dwenger last year in that matchup. All right, in 6A, it's an SAC rematch. Snyder beat Homestead 23-7 way back in week 5. That was at Spooler. Panthers and Spartans meeting again, this time at Walter Stadium. Homestead coming out firing. Luke Goody to Griffin Little. He is in, and the Spartans up 7-0. Snyder answers the bell. John Barnes. Oh, this kid has improved since week 1. The junior in. He ties it at 7-all, but ensuing kick, just like we said in those Angola highlights. Ensuing kick, you say it, something's happening. Cam Shannon, a talented defensive back, can do a little bit on special teams as well. 91 yards for the touchdown and all the momentum going the Spartans' way. Goody to who else but Griffin Little again, and Homestead led this one 28-14 at the half. The Sparties feeling good, especially at home. Third quarter, though, the momentum totally shifts. Barnes to Jermaine Wells, the tight end, up with the touchdown. That knots it at 35, and then you're going to see Barnes in the fourth hand it off to Anias Lockett, who's had himself a heck of a season. That's a touchdown. The whole second half belonged to the Panthers. 49-35, Snyder, your winner. They are sectional champs.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, but it was a crazy comeback. I mean, the guys stayed focused. They had ups and downs, but we were even keeled, and we just pulled through at the end. We never yelled at anybody or never got on anybody, and we just stayed together and pulled through.
28-14. We were getting our behinds kicked in every facet. You know, in the first half, it's like we thought they were just going to give it to us. In the second half, we played much harder, more intense, and went after to earn a championship.
What a second half for the Panthers. Homestead Snyder now will face number 3 Carmel next week in what should be a good one. Carmel 8-2 on the season after beating Lafayette just tonight. Hey, in 3A, it's the great thing about, every team making the playoffs here in the state of Indiana. It's that, Belmont can come in 0-9 in the regular season and rip off 2 wins and play for a sectional title. They were doing it against Lewis, but Lewis pretty darn tough. Norman Kanapke to Nate Moore for the touchdown. Lewis up 14-7 in the first. Second quarter, Braves looking good. 4th and 16. Jonathan Wilder sacked by Josh Dippold. Again, it's just a 14-7 game Lures. Kanapke finding who else but Moore for another touchdown. That makes it a 20-7 Knights lead. Later, the Braves get some things going offensively. Jonathan Wilder to Colin Mills. It's been a good combination here in the postseason. He would scamper all the way down to the 1, but Lures' defense bending, not breaking. Ramon Anderson. Watch Anderson here save a touchdown, an INT in the end zone. Lures keeping Belmont out of that end zone, and then they take advantage. Kanapke finding who else but Moore for another touchdown as Bishop Lures wins this one 27-14. Bishop Lures will be battling Mishawaka Marion next week. That game is slated to be at Bishop Lures for a regional championship. Well, that does it for some of the area's bigger schools, but some absolutely huge matchups taking place in some of the smaller classes this evening. In 1A, a battle of undefeated, second-ranked Adams Central hosting number 3 Southwood. We're going to head down to the landing strip for that one. Highlights and post-game interviews, plus in 2A, Bluffton hosting Bremen. The Tigers looking for their first sectional title in, check it, 30 years. We got the highlights next in the zone.
You know what's scary?
You almost changed the channel.
Stay tuned for more Highlight Zone.
It's like the NBA Finals. It's already here. One opportunity, man. One shot every play, every down, every drive, every tackle, every run. We do it the Wayne General's way. Do you understand me?
What a job he has done turning that program around. Derek Moore from Wayne. You're going to hear more from him at 6 o'clock on Wednesday in our Highlight Zone 2-minute drill. Now, as for 1A football, it's a matchup that's been, 365 days in the making. Last season in the sectional title game, Southwood topping Adams Central 50-27. Tonight, they were ready for a rematch in Monroe. Both teams undefeated. Adams Central ranked second in 1A, Southwood third. One of the best matchups in the entire state. Southwood giving up just 5 points a game on D. Second best in 1A. Jets scoring 42 points. Third most in 1A. What would give it Minnickfield? Well, it would be the defense of Southwood because Adams Central's got Logan Macklin and the senior. Great blocking, scoots 65 yards in the first quarter to give AC a 7-zip lead, and they kept rolling from there. 4th and goal from the one, Jalen Hammond, the hammer, in for the touchdown to make it 14-zip AC. Second quarter, we've seen Macklin do things on special teams. On offense, he can play defense as well. He jumps the route. What? And takes it all the way back for 6. What anticipation by this kid. He goes in for the touchdown, 21-zip AC. They led 31-0 at half. Third quarter, Colton Yergler. He would get into the end zone, and this ball game was all Adams Central as the Jets roll to a sectional title to avenge last season's loss to Southwood, 38-0.
I just want to give glory to God, and all these guys played freaking amazing. And it was so cool to come out here and get this sectional championship.
We worked hard from what we went last year. We knew these seniors did not want that to happen last year, and they came out here and they stuck it to them. So I tell you, our seniors' leadership was great tonight. They really came out and played extremely well. I couldn't be more prouder of them and more excited for them. This is something they wanted to achieve from our loss last year. They said, we got to redeem it. We won a sectional championship, and they did that. So I'm very proud of them.
Next week, it's AC traveling south. They will play at number 11, Monroe Central. Last stop for football in 2A, Bluffton looking for its second sectional title ever. Yeah, their only other crown came in 1988. Standing between the Tigers in history, 11th ranked Bremen. Now, Everett Johnson came in just 54 yards shy of 2,000 this season. He had a $173, 12 of them coming there. He finishes with over 2,100 yards on the year, but, that drive cut short just like Coach Kunkel's pants. Bluffton had to punt. Bremen started from their 15, and, Nathan Mullen does the rest. 85 yards for Bremen as Bremen takes an early 7-zip lead, and that Bluffton fan didn't want to see it either. First quarter still Bremen D. Bluffton 4th and 1 on the 20. They are stuffed. The Lions pretty good on the defensive side of the football, but turnabout is fair play. Here in the second quarter, Bremen 4th and 3. They go for it on the 12, but Bluffton's defense steps up and stops them. But later in the second, you'll see Bremen go to the air. Ryan Caldwell up high to Justin Zumbrun. Defense was all over him, but it's a 45-yard touchdown for Bremen. They led 21-0 at the half, and Bremen ends Bluffton season 42-13. Bluffton finishes 7-5 in Coach Kunkel's second year. Now, that is going to do it for football. We got Comets at home, Man season opener on the road, plus some girls hoops and your Highlight Zone play of the week, all coming up next on The Zone.
We're the Bluffton Tigers, and this is sectional championship night. Stay tuned for more Highlight Zone on the Wayne TV.
It's hockey night in Fort Wayne. Stay tuned for tonight's Play of the Week.
Oh, they called it. It could have been Vinny Tippmann. It could have been Luke Honer, but your Week 12 Play of the Week winner is Logan Macklin. We've overlooked him a couple times this season. He practically provides you a Play of the Week every week. The pick six in what was the most dominating win of the night. Check out the anticipation right there from Logan Macklin. They beat Southwood 38-0. Not easy to do as Southwood came in undefeated. Congrats to AC. That is your play of the week. Here's your regional slate for next week. We got Snyder traveling down to Indianapolis to take on a good third-ranked Carmel team. Angola at Bishop Dwenger. Again, I believe that game is going to be played at Carroll High School. In 3A, Mishawaka Marion comes to Lures Field to face the Knights, and Adams Central hits the road to face 11th-ranked Monroe Central. From the gridiron to the ice, Military Appreciation Weekend for the Comets. K's wearing Black Snakes jerseys to honor the 122nd Fighter Wing. Jerseys tonight and tomorrow auctioned off to raise money for Honor Flight. First period, Jamie Schaffma, the captain, making it happen. It's 1-0, and right after that, less than a minute, as a matter of fact, you're going to see Garrett Ladd put one in the back of the net. Comets beat Indy 5-2. The K's host Kalamazoo tomorrow at 7:30. In hoops, the Mad Ants season opener as they were on the road tonight, taking on the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Davon Reed, remember the name. He's going to be their horse this year. He lays one in. He had 25 on the game. Later in the second quarter, it's Reed kicking it to Tradeon Hollins, and Trey cans the tray. He had 13 points. You're going to see Reed with a jumper here. Again, a game-high 25 for Reed as the Ants do fall, though, to Sioux Falls 112-101. Ants home next Friday against Erie. Girls hoops getting underway this week in Monroeville. That means Heritage hosting Leo. First quarter action. You can't score a whole lot quicker than this. It's Bree Dawson off the opening tip to give Heritage a 2-zip lead. And then you're going to see Hannah Adams working it to Kate Stewart. And Leo's going to put themselves on the board with that basket, but it would not be enough. Heritage wins 52-26 over Leo. Barron's learning how to cope with life after All-State selection Leah Brown. She's now a freshman at Nebraska. DeKalb hosting Lakeland. Picked this one up in the second quarter. Kendall Moore picked off by DeKalb's Bethany Kelly, but she gets her shot blocked, and Addison Ruby's there to clean it up. Lakeland's Isabella Larimer into the paint, finding Bailey Hartsoe, and Lakeland wins 46-26. Our final stop, Fremont. Eastside Blazers coming off a 15-win season. Eastside's Chloe Whitman coming up with the layup here. Eastside up by 1, but this one night would belong to Fremont. 59-38, Fremont victorious. Hey, that'll do it for the Highlight Zone. We'll see you next Friday night for regionals.